Hi. Right. I'm still moving house, would you believe it? But I still have time for a YouTube video. And I have energy because I just went out and bought some chocolate. I have found that my chocolate consumption has gone up quite a lot since I've been moving house. And I've got milk chocolate, caramel sea salt, dark chocolate, pecan, coconut, and then dark chocolate. Milk chocolate. Anyway, all right, so answering an email from someone called Lucy, I think it is. She asked if the house move is going well. What does it look like, Lucy? Does this look like it's going well to you? So, but her question is, your recovery, this is good. Your recovery experience, standout moments, what you generally ate day to day. I ate a lot of food on the day to day. I don't know that there is any one thing that I really stuck to. I can tell you it wasn't fruit and vegetables. There you go. That's probably all you need to know. It was a lot of sweet things to start with. And then as that, I really think that for the first number of weeks, maybe months, I just ate sticky toffee pudding, chocolate bars, very, 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 it was all desserts. And that was what I fancied eating. So I just let myself eat that, which is wonderful. And of course, a part of me thought, well, I'm just going to eat desserts forever. That's going to be it. But it didn't work out like that. My taste did naturally change, and I started to crave more protein after a while. But initially, it was a lot of sweet food. And then she says, I'm trying to push myself to fully embrace eating to mental hunger, but every day there's a massive stone iron block in my way. How did you overcome this? And then she put in brackets, when you talk about your experience with mental hunger, extreme hunger, my stupid eating disorder fundamentally doesn't believe that you really ate a whole loaf of bread. Fuck your eating disorder, Lucy. You calling me a liar? Well, I did eat a whole loaf of bread. And it was really good. Well, it wasn't all I ate as well. I ate a whole many things when I was in recovery. Chocolate cakes, cheesecakes, tubs of ice cream, like family-sized chocolate bars. And I know that now, if I sat myself down, it's like, right, I'm going to eat this whole loaf of bread with like butter and peanut butter or whatever. I really like Marmite, so butter and Marmite. But I ate a lot of bread with peanut butter and jam, and I still do. I really love that. But if I sat myself down with a whole loaf of bread right now and started popping it in the toaster, I know I wouldn't be able to eat a whole loaf of bread, but that's okay, because my body doesn't need to anymore. So it's scary, because when my body needed to eat a whole loaf of bread, I had the capacity to do that. No fucking problem, actually. It was like I could breeze through that. And that was scary, because a part of you is just like, that's fucked up. Who does that? Nobody does that. Who does that? People in recovery from anorexia do that. That's who does it. And so it's like my body developed this capacity to do that when it needed to. And then when it no longer needed to, the capacity to do that went away. It's like magic, isn't it? Who would have thought that your body does amazing things? It does. Okay, so what else has Lucy got to say? She said, how did I distract myself from... I don't know what she's asking. How did I distract myself, I guess, from freaking out about the fact that I'd eaten a whole loaf of bread? I don't know, Lucy. I think I just committed to... I'm going to try this other one, like coconut one. I just committed to eating. And I think that the way that I distracted myself from freaking out about eating a whole loaf of bread was by eating something else. Like, really? I think that when I decided I'm just going to let myself eat whatever the fuck I want, I kind of knew that meant I was going to be eating a heck of a lot, pretty much all the time. And so, with that acceptance, of course, there's a part of me, right? There's always going to be a part of you that really wants to freak out. It's bubbling under the surface. Freak out, panic about this. But in order to do this, You have to shut that part of you the fuck down. And so it's an indulgence to allow those negative feelings to come up. It's an indulgence to allow that negative self-talk, to allow yourself to freak out. And so I really got I kind of kicked my own ass, as if I was talking to a 3-year-old child. And when I wanted to start to freak out, I would just be like, fuck no, get up, you're a grown-ass woman, get on with it. You are not going to cry about this, and you are not going to turn into a snivelling wreck. Total stiff upper lip stuff. And it's absolutely the opposite of what a therapist would tell you to do, because a therapist would be like, you've got to indulge, you've got to express all your emotions. Seriously, however many years, 10, 12 years of having an eating disorder taught me that listening to those emotions does absolutely bugger all to help you, and is incredibly unproductive. So I stopped doing that. And that is exactly what enabled me to eat the amount of food that I really needed to eat, and to not completely freak out about it, because it's a bit like you've just got to pull on your tough girl pants and be like, I am not going to cry about this. I'm going to let it happen, and I'm going to enjoy it. And if you have that attitude, then of course that sort of freak out feeling will start to come out, and you'll be just like, sit the fuck down and go away. And it will do, because you're in control. You are in control of your emotions. You are in control of your brain. You can't control the emotions from coming up, but you can control your own reaction to it. In the same way, you can't control what some idiot in the street might say to you as you're walking past, but you can control your own reaction to it. And that's what we have to do a lot in life, is you can't control other people. Your boss might be a prick. You can control your reaction. And that ability to control your reaction or not is what is going to get you fired or not. And so it's a bit like the same sort of thing. You can't control the negative stuff that might come up after you've eaten a whole loaf of bread, but you can control your reaction to it. And you can control your reaction to it by saying, nope, I refuse to get upset about this. I'm going to eat a bit more chocolate instead.